now that you have your files here, let's go into the editing software. Now I'm going to use Premiere Pro. However, I have used Final Cut, I have used iMovie, and personally, Premiere Pro, if you are serious about editing and actually want a better workflow and better user experience, I found that Premiere Pro saves time and is the fastest. Now, whether you are a beginner or know how to edit, I'm going to go over the basics of the editing process. So let's go to Premiere Pro here. This is version 2019. When you get Premiere Pro, it's like a monthly subscription. That's what they have it right now. You can either get just Premiere Pro itself or the whole Adobe suite, which includes Premiere Pro, After Effects, Lightroom, Photoshop, things like that. But we'll just focus on Premiere Pro. Okay, let's go back to it again. Okay, so you can see here Premiere Pro is starting up. Okay, let's click here, new project, and let's name the project MZF course main video. Okay, so this is where this project file is going to save. All this stuff. You don't have to worry about all these. So this is a location where it's going to save. So the project file is going to save within your documents if you want to go back and access it. Okay, now that we name the project file, press OK. And this is what the layout looks like. Here up top, these are the different layouts that you can choose from. Right now we have it under effects, but I like to keep it under editing. So let's import our video clips in first. Now the first thing you want to do right here, it says project. This is where you can import all your clips. Make sure you organize your clips. So right here it says bin. Bin is basically like your folder. So when you press that, you can name it. I'm going to break them up into different sections. So the first bin will be, interview. So it'll be the interview clips. Next bin, it'll be B-roll. Yeah, it'll be B-roll. B-roll is like the action shots that we shot. Okay. Now, within B-roll, double click that B-roll bin, and you can make bins within the bin. So I'm going to break that up into office. Let's create another bin, and we'll name this one workout. Okay, and then we'll name another one here time lapse, just for time lapses. So then let's go back here to project, and then we will add another bin for song. So when it comes to songs, you have different options of getting, let's say, royalty-free songs. Royalty-free songs are good if you decide to use a video on, let's say, YouTube or Facebook, and you don't want to get flagged. You can go to websites such as Incomputech. I know that has free songs. There's Audio Jungle, which is great. You can purchase good quality songs. I use artlist.io. That's also another good one. Now remember that when it comes to songs, the free ones, you're not going to find, it's rare to find really good quality, up-to-date, modern sounding songs. Obviously, you know, if you're going to pay for them, you're going to be paying for better quality songs, so just keep that in mind. Now that we have these bins here all set up, let's start importing our files. Now there's two ways of doing it. If we double click here on the interview bin, you can go to File and Import, and then we'll go here to Desktop MZF Clips. You can do that if you want to, but I'll show you another way. I usually like to drag and drop. So double click that, and this is under the interview one. So this is an interview, and this was an interview. So just drag and drop. Okay, good. Okay, so that's done. Let's move on to B-roll. Office. Okay. Now let's get all the office shots. Now remember, when I'm highlighting these, if you want to highlight in bulk, just hold down Shift and then just drag your cursor across all the items you want. We already uploaded these two clips, which was the interview. So I want to just highlight these ones in between. So just press Command, click. There you go. Just hold down Command while you do that. And then you can press Shift again and then just drag across everything here. Okay. So let's do that. I may have had a few of the time-lapse shots in there, but that's okay. They were taken from The Office. So all you have to do for right now is just wait for all your clips to get imported to Premiere Pro. So right here in the bottom, as you can see that these are the clips that are importing currently. You want to make sure that it finishes importing until you move on to your next task. Okay, so those are imported. Let's go back to B-roll. Let's go to workout, and let's highlight all the workout clips here. So all you have to do is, you see right here, make sure that it turns to that icon with like that crosshair. That means it recognizes it, and then it'll say importing or import files. So right now it's just importing the files. Now that we have all the clips within the workout and office B-roll, let's go back to project, scroll down, go to song, and oops, here, move this over and import our song right there. Okay, cool. Now, when choosing your song, it all depends on what kind of feel you want for your video. This is a song that I chose. This was more of Carl's style, not too in your face, but still has like a driving beat. When you go on these different sites, you can browse, you can find what song works for you. So you'll notice that you can see the preview of each clip right here, which I like to do. Another option is next to it where it says list view down here. It'll list all the different clips. That works great if you've named them. You can preview them if you double click right here on this icon, then you can preview them. but I like to have just like a little mini preview right here. So let's see here. Okay, so this was the time lapse. Let's say you decide to move one file over from one bin to another. You can just cut it. What I like to do is do Command C to cut as a shortcut, but I'll talk to you about shortcuts later. So go to the other bin here. Let's go B-roll, time lapse, and then right click, paste. There we go. Now it's in time lapse. Okay, let's keep going. B-roll. I know I shot one B-roll, or I know I shot one time lapse during the workout. Okay, so you just right click, cut, and then let's go back to time lapse bin right here. Make sure it's highlighted around this section, and then right click, paste. Perfect. Here is another time lapse. Right click, cut. The reason why I cut it is so that there's no copies and I don't get confused. Good. And I know there's one more time lapse that I did. Here we go. So I know I did two. This one's a little short. Perfect. Okay, cool. Cut. Time lapse here. Right click, paste. Okay, perfect. So now that you have all your files uploaded and imported to Premiere Pro, let's move on to the next section where we go over the basics of editing.